Alright guys, welcome to another episode of The Grind, and I'm grinding the Chinese medium tank tier 8 stock 34-2 Chinese medium. And I'm running the 100mm 44-100 JT. And one of the things I tend to do in a new tank, because I'm not familiar with this tank 100%, and I'm not running it to its full capabilities, it's not fully decked out. And the benefit of running the tanks out stock is it's like lifting weights, guys. At first it hurts, but then as you get stronger, the weight becomes easier. And it just, if you go through some pain and adversity, it teaches you a couple things. And unlike people like Dark Magician Shemale, they feel a sense of entitlement and accomplishment by taking a shortcut. And there's a video out on that, on how they skip the tanks and the grinding process. And they could do that if they want. I believe it's just cheapens the experience, and they're more concerned about their win rate than putting themselves in adverse situations. Because sometimes you gotta put yourself out there, and you can see where you're at and how resourceful you can be, and you learn lessons. So here I'm kind of getting lit. I'm trying to see what this tank can take, what I can bounce at certain angles, and I could have got lit a little bit harder there. So right now, I'm surveying the situation. Unfortunately, the T49 is not running its derp cannon, and I really want to kill this RHM because that's probably, even at low health, this thing's very dangerous, and he can one-shot me. But he's hurt pretty bad. Unfortunately, we got these tanks that don't think about flanking. KV gets lit, and the ISU reverses. I'd get out of his way. I don't like really blocking the rear nobody's tank. Finally, I get a good shot on the RHM. So this gun is not bad. It got a lot of hate from Bushka, but so far I kind of like this tank. I'm gonna tell you why. After the buff 3.8, mediums just really be getting the stepchildren of the tier 8, and like the Centurion used to be really great, and now it's just the low damage and high DPM. It just somehow just doesn't have the power that I wish it had to cause some stopping power or pain or regret like that. 256 could have been a 300 roll, and I got a 300 roll on the low. And so here we go, guys. Fish this guy off. So there we go. And this is with the stock tier 7 gun. It's not bad. I mean, I cannot complain about this gun. So at this point, I believe I've unlocked the rammer on it, and so I do know that the last gun is a little bit quicker. Alright, so now we're gonna talk about team play and shifting around. When you're in a match, independent on the mobility of your tank, whether you're light or medium, your job is to basically shift position and try to not be predictable. You want to put the fear in these tanks to know that you don't know where you are, you don't know where you're coming from, and that you're not in one spot. And there are players that sit there and camp and just sit there and wait for the meal to be served to them. I feel like it's like trust fund babies. They're just spoiled. They think they got it all because they think they can just buy love, and that's the worst type of players that you get. Like, for example, again, Dark Magician Girl or these Unicums that have figured out how to inflate their win rate with preferential matchmaking, golding all the tanks up to tier 7, and then waiting for all their equipment to be unlocked. And right now, like I said, I have the rammer, and you're gonna notice that it is difficult. Is it easy? No. Right here, I'm gonna start taking shots on the T34 with 248 in him. But the IS-6, instead of like punishing that T34 and helping me, he rolls the other side. So now it's they're going to basically one-on-one or 1 versus 2. I'm trying to go 1-on-1, 2 versus 1, 3 versus 1. Those are the team-based tactics that you want to set up, and then generally you will win, even against a better team or better players or better tanks. So I sacrifice shots there because I'm calculating my health versus him, and I'll be happy to trade hit points with the guy because he's about to die. And see, my teammate shot him. I don't sweat about the kills. We got one down. And so right now I'm surveying the situation. I'm looking around, and I noticed that my side, the left side, is really strong, and this IS-6 is trying to hold its own. and I'm waiting to get shots on the 34-2, and boom, it's gone. So right here I see the T-32 full health with TDs, and I know what it's like to play in a TD with no turret. So I'm like, you know what, I'm out of here, I gotta go help my team. And I want to make sure that I can preserve as many tanks on that side, and we're gonna create basically I believe it's a 4-on-1 situation against that T-32. So numbers wise, that tank's going to lose that battle, and that will allow us to circle back, and if we got good team play, kill the last tanks, and it's game over. Plus my hit points are a little bit low, and a couple of shots from those heavies and I'm pretty much done. So it's time to put distance, but at the same time, like I said, you want to support your team. Now there is an ISU still left, very dangerous tank, and you'll see him now get marked. And I'm going to take shots of opportunity, which for this one dictates it's the IS-6, but again, the aim down is slow, and the shell velocity is not that great on a Russian tank. And there we go. ISU gets slaughtered by our TDs. There's 3 tanks on this side, and now we're going to sweep back, and I'm going to be really aggressive here and push. So as I'm pushing, I notice the KV-4 gets hit, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to hit that KV-4. Try to take a snapshot. Want to take the quickest route, and I'm careful there, guys. You gotta know when you're jumping not to jump a very bad position where you lose health. So now I'm prioritizing targets. I'm gonna wait for the KV-4. I'm gonna play smart, be patient, and I'm gonna wait for him. The cool thing is my teammates are up on the rear. He didn't expect it. He dies. I'm a distraction. Turns his turret. He's dead. And the IS-6 has his back to me. And it's GG. So it's game over. And onward and forward we go. And sometimes, so this was great. Overall, great team play. I think I had a really good team. And it went really well. It seemed very easy when you have good teammates. But look, here's an example of not so good teammate. First, they go and they split up, and so now I'm gonna try to pull this win out and try to take away certain positions from the enemy tanks. And like I said, when you're grinding a tank, this one, people who have the Type 59 probably will say this is similar to a Type 59, probably less armor and, you know, a couple of little perks here and there on the gun. So right here I notice we got heavies kind of down in the valley, and I noticed the M45. So I want to see if I can take that thing out. The reason why is that it's got good DPM if it's not stock, but I believe I could take him out even with this gun. So on my way over there, I noticed the Carnarvon's turret back is turned to me. He's not turning around, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot on him. Now, of course, there I miss. Now this tank, he's gonna go haul down. There are certain challenges that just take patience. Like right now, I don't have the horsepower that I want. Another bounce from him, so he's aiming at my turret, so I'm hoping that I get a couple more bounces. So right there, like my engine, he's just pushing me because I just don't have the horsepower to compete with this guy. So I dropped the adrenaline, and I'm gonna see if I can out DPM this M4.
Fuel tank hit. Enemy armor is damaged.
And it looks like he's gonna out DPM me here. So now here's the issue. You see this guy right here? He was camping on that side, didn't come help, and that's bad team play. And now the TDs are on this side, but they've managed to isolate 2 tanks. And here's this AMX, and this is just bad team play. Right there, he needs to get behind the building and cover up, man. And he could have supported me, could have supported his teammate, but he chose not to. So you're gonna see the results of him not helping. Because if he had helped me and helped me kill that M4 with even 1 or 2 shots, he would have survived the battle and probably got his kills. Here comes the Carnarvon. So instead of shifting around or reversing into the ditch, he gets cute. And the Centurion basically has an autoloader all the time. He has great reload, and he's just peppering this guy like a machine gun. And here's the mistake though, this guy could survive this, but here's what you don't do. Bounces the last shot because it was a rolling shot. Rolling shots miss. Well, finally the TDs show up, IS-5 is alive, and there's an AFK IS, I believe 6 on the right. And so, do I feel bad about AFK win? Not really, because I can't even begin to tell you guys how many losses are produced by 1 or 2 AFK players every 10 matches. It's just really bad. I really wish that if there were 2 AFKs, the loss shouldn't count. It should count against the AFK player, but it should be not counted against the participating team, because as it is, it's hard to win, especially when you got 2 AFKs. And sometimes these players might as well be AFK because they play really greedy, selfish, and the North American server is plagued by this sense of entitlement, and they're bigger and better than the rest of the world, and you can't have an ego. I know what happened to humility, hard work, putting the nose to the ground, and doing it the hard way, man. It's more rewarding that way. Alright, so now I'm moving forward, and this is one of the matches that kind of frustrated me, but I wanted to cap B. I wanted to see if I could take these tanks on. After a little bit of experience in this tank, my reload time's kind of getting down there. I feel like I can take out this IS-5 pretty good. Now, I pretty much can't take him out. I have a great position on him with this tank. That rock is there. He's wide open. And right here he's spotted. So my team's behind me on the left side by the C approach, by our spawn. They should be lighting into this tank. IS-5 sees me and I get hit. Did not see him. But now that I see him and see someone got cute and shot heat. That was a kill shot. That would have been low damage, and I would have probably cleaned the house and killed them. But because they're not pushing forward and helping and supporting, they're scared laying back. This allows the rest of the team to shift to me because they know I'm there. So I back up, I get hit again. He's got a high reload. And there's the issue. ISU pops down. KV-13 pops down. So now it's pretty much down the toilet. So where's my team? What are they doing? I just served up a buffet of tanks. I just put a win in their hands, and this should have been a wipe out at B. Oh. So at this point, I'm gonna die, and I have to make quick decisions here. I cannot stay here. ISU is gonna try to punk me, and I run. And I shock them because they expected me to sit there. Fortunately, it serves up the SU. Someone figures out how to snipe, and they killed ISU. So now they're down a big tank. Everything's at B. This should be a win. If I was in ISU 152, I would have been like killing these fools. But no. So it could be that the KV-13 has a stock gun. I can't really tell. And here's the other issue. The LTTB. Bad angle, bouncing shots. You might as well not even shoot. And you're going to see that this is the typical North American server player. Playing with ego, thinking they're better than what they are. And instead of helping your team and being a team player. So now you're going to see mistakes. Look at this. What is this about? That's like one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. So now we're going to see further example of the LTTB in a minute of how ego, greed, and stupidity just causes losses. And so one of the things that I do in the chat is it's good to make suggestions, and if you're dead, go ahead and play spotter for your team. Let them know what's going on. You know, like for example, this IS is over here camping, and I tell him, do something, you know, dude, move, cap. We need a cap to negate their points, and we can win by points. And you know, I don't like not playing objective based in supremacy mode because basically it's pretty dumb. They want to turn into encounter play, which is just dumb. So anyway, so here goes this greedy LTTB. I'm gonna show you how stupidity, ego, and greed. He is so thirsty for the kill, he YOLOs, knowing the IS-6 is there, and he dies. I can't even believe how stupid that player was. So you think the LTTB can't get it? So you know, the LTTB got so thirsty that he wants that Top Gun Razzinis. It's just idiotic selfishness. And you know, getting thirsty for kills, if you fight the tendency, it just helps you to win. So the IS, you know, he proposed the A cap, and it's a good thing he did. I would have done the same thing and went to get the 2 versus 1 situation. Kills it. GG. So here's an example of good team play and bad team play. Thanks for watching, guys.